Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast. And here's your host, John Chapman.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, ouch, just absolutely ouch. The 49ers get drummed. They gave up 30 points in the second half alone. 49ers lose a big one, 44-23, and it was not as kind as the score would tell you. 44-23, all right, not good. It was worse. It was so worse, in fact, that we saw appearances from Chad Henne and none other than Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy. So what are we doing here? What is it about this team that just cannot get their, I'm sorry, pardon my French, they can't get their shit together. Can't do it. They're very poorly disciplined. Their awareness, offensively, defensively, special teams is at an all-time low. One of my least favorite things, I love football. I can watch middle school football, flag football. I can watch whatever, Big Sky Conference, whatever. I get offended when I'm around teams that do not take the respect that is deserved for this sport. This sport is responsible for raising me. Like, I didn't really have a father figure growing up. And so football, my football coaches were everything. It's where I learned work ethic. It's where I learned discipline, how to respect others and how to lose and handle defeat and overcome and like who you are whenever you get knocked down. Like, that's what this sport is. 49ers are not being respectful to that whatsoever. They don't give a damn. There was no pride in that team in the third and fourth quarters. Zero. They freaking quit. And so, okay, the penalties, we're going to talk about the penalties a lot. You're coaching it or you're letting it happen. And I know people come in here and I got all these DMs. I need to hear some positive things. I get it. Hell no. This is not a positive thing. It's not positive. This is embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. Mike, yeah, this was bad. Kyle Shanahan, and probably more, Kyle Shanahan was bad this game because, again, everybody's unprepared. Christian McCaffrey, cool. He got 21 snaps, 10 carries. Awesome. Don't care. I don't care. What I do care about is Mike McGlinchey. That was awful. That was the worst game I have ever seen from an offensive lineman in my life. And he's still out there. Why the hell is 69 still playing? Oh, you're going to swap in Daniel Brunskill for Burford, who played really well all game? Cool. Awesome. Why not put him in for the right tackle, getting everybody killed and showing no remorse for it? Instead of being pissed off at his own play, he's turning and yelling at refs, which the refs were bad. All right, cool. But not near as bad as Mike McGlinchey. Where was Debo? Jimmy Garoppolo continues to be Jimmy Garoppolo. He's hot for some drives and then makes the worst decisions of all time repeatedly. Now, I get it. Jimmy's not our quarterback for the future. I understand that. We kind of got him, and the way that we got him was weird. Don't care. You're a 9-year vet. What the hell are you doing in the end zone holding the ball for 4 seconds? Did Trent Williams get beat on the edge? Yes. Why are your studs not showing up? Trent Williams didn't have a good game. He did not. Aaron Banks had a good game. Jake Brindle was decent. I got to wait to get back to the film. But Charvarius Ward, who the hell was wearing number 7? Maybe he rushed back to be against his old team. Well, you shouldn't have. You got burnt over and over and over again. And it was, I know everybody wants to talk about like the 3rd and 11 where he got beat deep for like 50 yards. That was bad. That was really, really bad. But there was one point where we finally hit the quarterback. I think it was Kevin Givens. Finally hits Patrick Mahomes, and he just throws a sky ball up in the air to Patrick Mahomes. And Ward just watched it. He just sat there flat-footed and watched it. I don't know who that was. And so whenever you have all these stars, and again, Context is important because Charvarius Ward has played as a top 3 corner all year long. Got injured, fought back, and even went down and came back again this game. At some point as a coach or as a man, you got to say, this ain't it. Okay? You're a stud, Charvarius Ward. Right now is not the time. We got to get you out. I don't care if it's Ambry Thomas. I don't care if it's Dante Johnson. I don't care if you put whoever that you can put Drake Jackson out there at corner like USC did. I would be fine with that. I want people that have the fight in them. And if you're injured, cool. Samson Ebukam limping around for 2.5 quarters. 2.5 quarters limping around. Keep giving them snaps. Why? You got 7 defensive ends. Where the hell is your heart? Where's that at? Sean, sorry, I just get a little hot there. You get a little hot. But when my face gets even redder than it normally is, that's when you know, get me going, boy. Sean, appreciate the gift, man. He says, does Kyle have what it takes to win? Results eventually speak for themselves, and he just isn't overcoming himself. Yeah, I do think that he has what it takes to win. I do. And as much as, or as pissed off as I am at Kyle Shanahan and D'Amico Ryans, I put way more of this on D'Amico. Personally, the offense, not good. But the defense, I don't care what offense you had out there today. I don't care. You gave up 30 points in the second half. Like that's here. That's here. You know what I mean? Mahomes is the best. He's the best. He's the best player in the NFL at the most important position. And he's got Andy Reid, who is the best play caller in the NFL. And they dog walked your defensive coordinator. How the hell is D'Amico Ryans going to get a head coaching job? We thought it was a shoo-in, and maybe he will. I hope he rebounds. But whew, you can tell a lot by a person with how they respond when they're down. How they responded when they were down today. Oh, gosh, that was just flat out embarrassing. Oh, man, I'm disappointed. Now, I put this up on Twitter, and, I thought it was interesting. I asked the question. Sorry, let me pull this down for a second. ESPN's got stuff screaming in my ear. I hate you, ESPN, sometimes. I don't. I love you, but that's okay. So I put this poll up on Twitter, and I'll try to make it larger so you guys can see it, because I think this is important. And the question was very simple. Who stands out in this 49ers loss, D'Amico Ryans or Kyle Shanahan? Now, you can see how many. It's got 1,700 votes, and I don't know. I did it just a few minutes ago, 422, so less than 15 minutes ago. This is the passion that this fan base has that I love. And there are times I'm not one of those people that's a blame guy. I hope you guys understand that. And I think you know me, right? We're 700 episodes in. We've built up a little bit of who we are and what we stand for. And there's a time for all those things. And I understand there's a lot of really negative podcasts out there. And guess what? They're going to have their heyday. And that's awesome. They're happy right now that the 49ers lost. It's sad that it's that way, but it's that way. Anger is an appropriate emotion. Blame and things like that are appropriate, especially whenever we're talking about people making all this money. Now, I am one that always puts the humanity of these players and coaches to the forefront. Having said that, at some point, responsibility and accountability need to be had. It has not been had. It has not been had. And so, man, maybe I'm not zoomed in enough on this. But 55% said D'Amico Ryans. If I had my vote and I had to say, okay, like, who does this loss stand on? D'Amico Ryans, 100%. I thought the two biggest plays of the game were the 3rd and 20 to that Jerick McKinnon. I hate that man. I don't hate that man, but I dislike him strongly, very strongly at this moment. And so you gave up a 3rd and 20. They gained 34 yards on a screen. Now, why did that happen? Yeah, there were some injuries. Dre Greenlaw's not out there. Azeez is not out there. So you got to put DFF out there, and he was out of sorts. This is a rough defense. Dre Greenlaw wasn't even playing great, but man, that was just bad. So that 3rd and 20 play was gigantic. The 3rd and 11 play, you burned Charvarius Ward over the top. That hurt really, really bad. So you got those two plays. I think those were the two most important plays of the game. And if you want to go on further, here's another reason why I put on D'Amico Ryan. How did they score their first touchdown? Jet sweep to Mecole Hardman. Okay, cool. How did they score their second touchdown? Jet sweep to Mecole Hardman. Both those took place in the first half. They go into the locker room, the Chiefs, scoring 14 points. You know what? Number one offense in the NFL. Okay, cool. I don't have any issues with that. You held them to 14 points. Okay, cool. Still winnable game. You're going into halftime down 1. Guess how they scored another touchdown in the second half? Jet sweep to Mecole Hardman. 0 adjustments. Zero. David said momentum shifted over that Jimmy G interception in the end zone. I don't know. I thought it did too, but then they missed the field goal. It was bad. And again, the more you allow Jimmy to throw the ball, he threw the ball 37 times. I told you, if you listen to our halftime show, we had 13 rush attempts in the first half. I said we got to get to 28. We got to 21. Now, I don't think it would have made a difference if we got to 28 or not. But you're telling me Jimmy Garoppolo is going to throw the ball 37 times, and you think that's a good thing? Safety, -2 points. Through that interception in the end zone, -3 points. That's -5 points on Jimmy Garoppolo. Sack, fumble, turn that one over. Like, come on, man. Like, it ain't it. He threw 2 touchdown passes, but 25 for 37, threw for 300 yards. Who gives a damn? That's not who we are. Who are you? Who are you? Be who you are. You ran the ball just fine. 21 rush attempts, 101 yards, 4.8 yards per rush attempt. It's fine. Why did Jeff Wilson only have 7 carries? Christian McCaffrey, 8 for 38. You ran up twice in the second half, and you said, nope, we're done. I don't understand. I don't understand. Debo got 1 carry. Debo had a bad game. Debo had a really bad game. A couple drops that were bad passes, but you're playing with number 10 at quarterback. They're going to be high. They're going to be behind you. It's just what it is. I thought Brandon Ayuk was great. 11 targets, 7 catches, 82 yards. George Kittle, 9 targets, 6 catches, 98 yards. It wasn't a bad offensive performance. You did score some points in the second half, which this team has never done. So you got 10 points. Whoop-de-doo. You gave up 30. You got outscored 3-1 in the second half. Number 1 defense. And I get it. You're going against Mahomes, Kelsey, Andy Reid. They're the best. But you're supposed to be the best too. Talk about a gut check, man. Talk about a gut check. And it's, man, who are you? You know what I mean? Like, I saw somebody that just sat down and took it. Yeah. I as a man, I like, that's so important to me. And you know, I've been a part of these types of games. I really, really have. And what we would do, and again, I'm not a good coach, but whatever. What I would do in the games that I coached, and like, we were just beat. The game was over. You're down 20 plus points in the fourth quarter. Call a timeout. Get the whole team over here. And I just start laying into them. Not in a way of blame, but like, who the hell are you going to be? What type of man are you going to be for your life? You decide right damn now. Because guess what? Shit happens in life. People screw you over, whether that's the refs, whether that's family members, whether that's your job. Who are you? Who are you going to be? Are you going to lay down and take it? Hell no. So here's what we're doing. 0-0. 0-0. We're not winning this game. But we are going to walk off this field with our head high because we are going to fight back when it matters most. So 0-0, what can we do? Can we leave with more points than what we have right now and stop them? We were pretty damn good at that because when you gut check people and you give them a chance to respond, great things happen. That did not happen today at all. There was no MFing going on the sideline. There was nobody charging each other up. There was no challenging. There was nothing. There was no passion. You didn't see it. You didn't see it. Now, maybe it was taking place on the sideline. We don't get to see it, but I'm telling you right now, dead. It was dead. It was dead. Attitude reflects leadership. The leadership, I'm very, very far from, we need to fire Shanahan and move on. And no. I said all week that I thought that this game could define the 49ers. They could show how good they could be. Well, they missed that opportunity. They're now a 3-4 football team, and they're tied in last place in one of the worst divisions of football, that is the NFC West. Seattle Seahawks won, I believe. Yeah, they're up 14 points with a little bit of time left. It just ended. So Seattle's in first place by themselves. Rams are on a bye week. Good news is, if you look at the 40-hour schedule, which there's a lot of football left, We've got the Rams in a bye week, and then we got week 10 through 18. So we got 9 games left. On our schedule currently, and this is crazy, there is one team with a winning record. One. The best team that you're going to play all year, you just played, and they just freaking whooped your rear end at home in front of the 2020 or the 2012, NFC Championship team and all that stuff. Embarrassed the shit out of you. Embarrassed the hell out of you. But how do you respond? We didn't respond this game, so you missed that opportunity. Good news is you got the Rams, which for some reason or other, they are our rebound chick, right? When things go bad, you just reach out to the Rams and things all of a sudden get better. Happened last year. We were 3-5, spanked them, turned everything around. This year, we were 1-2, beat the tar out of them. And then we got a little bit of a win streak. We won the next week as well. Jump back into first place. Well, now you're coming off of back-to-back losses. Back-to-back losses. What are you going to do? You just beat them out for Christian McCaffrey, and it looks like that trade could pay dividends. But, yeah, there's a lot there. The Rams will have 2 weeks to plan against us. Don't underestimate. That's a big deal, and they're at home, and we're going to be there. And I'll tell you this right now, we need everybody there. If you're around LA, you got to show up, period. You got to be there. We're throwing parties. We're going to get together. We're going to represent our team. That's who we are. 49ersrushroadtrip.com. Saturday, we're going to be at the Fountain from 3 to 8 p.m. in LA. Now, the early bird pricing ends tonight. When I go to bed, it ends. When I wake up, I'm changing it. So if you want those cheap tickets, go get them today. 49ersrushroadtrip.com. We've got our Sunday tailgate. We're going to be out there bright and early, 9:30 to 1:30. We're in the RV lot, so we get to get in an hour early, which is awesome. And again, come party with us. We got TVs. If you don't have a ticket, because they are expensive, you just chill with us at the tailgate. I'm going into the game, but a lot of people will just hang out, eat, grill, watch the game on the TVs outside that we have set up for you, and then we'll party afterwards as well. Look for the 49ers Rush Road Trip flag wherever you go. And if you have questions, just reach out. It's going to be an awesome time. I'm really, really excited about the turnout we're going to have. And it's frustrating coming off this. Tom, appreciate the gift. He says, it's hard to stay faithful. It is. And this is one of the things that makes the 49ers fan base so different than all the other ones. I grew up in Dallas, and I hated my stepdad. And so that's why I couldn't stand it. And being around Cowboys fans, it teaches you what faithful means. It's not easy all the time. The crazy thing is, I still have a lot of hope for this season. If we were playing the Chiefs every week, I probably wouldn't. Do I think that we're a top 3 team? I do not. However, do I think that we are a top 7 team in the NFC West? I sure as hell do. The NFC West is bad. NFC West is bad. The NFC is bad. Look at the rest of the NFC. Bucks got shut out versus the Panthers, man. The Panthers we just destroyed, got their coach fired, DC fired, took their best player. Panthers shut them down. Packers, Commanders freaking took it to them. Cowboys were getting bullied all the way into the fourth quarter by the Lions and then had 5 turnovers in the second half, got there. Giants, they were struggling with the Jags. Falcons got blown out by the Bengals. Like, who are you afraid of? Okay, you talk about the Eagles. Well, guess what? The 49ers are built to win in the playoffs. You just got to get there. And yeah, we do. We're bad right now. And I'm not trying to sit here and tell you we're good. However, are we a top 7 team in the NFC? We are. Can the 49ers improve? They can. We've seen how good the defense can be. Hasn't been that since we lost our defensive tackles. Hopefully we get them back soon. At least one of them, Eric Armstead. There's hope here. Andre says, man, invite the team to the party. They need some motivating. Maybe that will help. Right now they suck. Yeah, it's rough right now. It really, really is. Joe, thank you for the gift. He says, we got the Rams next week, guys. The season is not over. Look where we were last season. Let's go. We're 3-4 right now. We were 3-5 last season, made it to the NFC Championship. And that was in a strong NFC and a very strong NFC West. Those two things don't exist anymore. You win this game next week, you're just fine. You already are 2-0 in the division, so you're going to win any tiebreaker. Take care of business next week. Got to take care of business next week. Now, you lose versus the Rams. You go into the bye week 3 and 5. 3 consecutive losses. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. I don't even like saying that. BTNH, can we stop talking Super Bowl? And you should never be talking Super Bowl whenever we're in week 8. Going into week 8, we just finished week 7. You shouldn't be doing that. Shouldn't be doing that. You should be talking about winning your division. And the 49ers, that's still right there. We're half a game out of first place. Like, yeah, we're in last place. Everybody has the same record, but you're half a game out. And you still you control your own destiny. You still got the Rams once. You already beat them once. Still got the Seahawks once. You already beat them once. Only winning team, winning record on our entire thing. And you still got the Cardinals twice. I'm nobody you need to know. Okay, this is very important. 5 years, and McGlinchey still looks like a rookie. He's awful. He is bad. Either he's injured or he's bad. Either way, we just keep letting him go out there. Brunskill should start. Brunskill should start at right tackle. Jalen Moore should start at right tackle. Colton McKivitz should start at right tackle. Nick Zakill should start at right tackle. That was the worst game I've ever seen from a right tackle. It was the worst game. It was awful. It was awful. Now, let's shift a little bit. I do have some positives. We got a lot of giveaways. Right here after this real quick word from our sponsor, we're going to be giving away this Kyle Juszczyk autographed jersey. Tomorrow on the show, we're giving away this custom jacket, 49ers custom work done by on Instagram at Custom Gene Jax, Jax. They do a hell of a job. So just head over to our Instagram account, 49ers Rush Podcast. Find that reel that we have on there. Tag somebody on Instagram. That gets you an entry into that. But yeah, the Kyle Juszczyk we're going to give away. And when we're done here, I want to hear from you guys. And this is important to me. We got our Patreon Zoom Hangout where I take a little bit of a back seat and I listen to you guys. And I want to hear what you got to say. And it's no holds barred. You can let loose much more so than you can in here. So whenever we're done here, I need like 5 minutes to download the audio, put the audio up on the podcast audio platform, get that up, then I'll start the Zoom call. So once I end this show, we will start that Zoom Hangout in about 5 minutes. That's what we got. Now, another good news, we made some money today. So if you bet with us, congratulations, we made some money. You guys know what it is. It is winning season at MyBookie. As always, if you want to enjoy the football games, 49ers, or just NFL, or really any sport in general, you can bet on anything over there. MyBookie.ag. We've been with them for years. Very trusted site. Get your money in, get your money out easily. And on top of that, all season, double deposit bonus. Whenever you first deposit your money, let's say you deposit $250, you get $500 credited to your account if you just use our promo code 49ERS or scan this QR code right to the side of me if you're watching this on YouTube. And again, it just sets you up completely. MyBookie is incredible. Bet with us. We're on Patreon. We share our bets every single week, all season long. So join us, mybookie.ag, promo code 49ers. Bet anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Now, we post our bets that we do every single week on Patreon. Patreon.com/49ers Rush Podcast. We crushed it this week. We missed our 2-team teaser because of the 49ers. Now, we got paid. We bet on 49ers score first, paid. 49ers score on their first drive, paid. Both teams over 19.5 points, paid. Mahomes to have an interception, paid. Now, if that we bet on the Jets to beat the Broncos, paid. We'll also have one bet left. Patriots just have to beat the Bears. That's it. They just have to not lose. If it's a tie, we don't get paid. So they got to win. They got to win. So if the Patriots beat the Bears, man, we absolutely crushed this week. It seems like we've been kind of on and off each week, but with how much we're on, we are very, very positive for the year. So if you want to join us over there, we post all of them every single time. Bobo, thank you for the gift. He says, disappointed, very disappointing, losing all hope. So let me say this. All right. I let in, and I still got some more negative stuff, but I'm going to hold back just a little bit. The 49ers got back a lot of players today. And you hung with, which isn't a consolation prize that you want for one half, the best team in football. The 49ers are not at their best right now. We knew that. We knew that. Christian McCaffrey looked unbelievable. The spark that he brought to the offense was great. Didn't use him very much in the second half, which was frustrating. But that's okay. That's temporary because now he's going to actually get practice. And now you're going against the Rams. And then you're going to get that bye week. And Jeff Wilson looked good. Still almost fumbled the ball somehow. I don't know how the hell he almost fumbled it, but whatever. The 49ers can return. Can they get their defense back to where it was? I think you can. Samson's banged up. Your defensive tackles are out. Charvarius Ward, not it. Emmanuel Mosley, yikes. With him out, I thought Demo played okay, but a lot of that was Mahomes. And Mahomes was a lot of it. Now, in the halfway through the third quarter on, that was just pride. That was manhood completely stripped away. So what do you got to do? You got to get your manhood back. You got to go out and take it from somebody else. It's just the way sports works. Luckily, we beat the tar out of the Rams repeatedly. Same old sorry-ass Rams. Got to take care of business. Sean, tired of finding ourselves in the hole year after year, but the team does well when it's at its worst. Can't lose any hope yet. Yeah, I'm with you, Sean. It's easy, and this is what makes sports so wonderful. It's because when you win, you feel on top of the world, and when you lose, you feel like you lost everything. Yeah, very, very easy to feel that way. But you don't get off the ride. That's what's important. You don't get off the ride. You got to stay on. Because while we're down right now, I don't think this is where we end. I really, really don't. Do I think we're a Super Bowl team? I've said before, no, I don't. But this team is built to win in the playoffs. Get in, figure it out. Let's go. November, December. Thank you, Joe. November, December is when this team balls out. That's Joe Rockstar. How do you not listen to Joe Rockstar? You have to. That's where it's at. So there are lots of positives. Penalties were so bad. Penalties were so bad. I listed every single penalty. 16 called penalties against the Niners. Now, no, not all of them stand. So technically, if we're looking at penalties, the 49ers had 10 penalties for 80 yards. But 8 of those were either declined or offset. There's a lot of penalties or multiple penalties on one play. 49ers are beyond undisciplined. We saw this against Chicago. We saw it against Denver. Now he's seen it here. So he's seen it 3 times. So in 3 out of the 4 49ers losses, we did it to ourselves. We did it to ourselves. You got to get that. You got to get out of your way, man. You got to. Turnovers. Hey, you forced 2 turnovers. That's huge. You had the interception by Huff, which was a great play. Tayshaun Gibson just can't catch a ball to save his life. He should have 3 interceptions this year on his own. Hit him right in the shoulder pads, but it popped up. Hufanga freaking leaped over the top, made a great play. Hufanga continues to just be an absolute stud. Bosa, double, triple team the whole time. Nobody else had any success at all. And then the one time they didn't double team him, he got a sack. So he's still going to be up near the league leader in sacks, which is awesome. I think he has 7 now, which is great. So 7 through 7 games, and he even missed 6 quarters, which is huge. 49ers, yeah, that interception was bad. The fumble was bad. Mike McGlinchey was just bad. But George Kittle showed up. George Kittle showed up, played great. Talanoa showed up. Brandon Ayuk showed up. Drake Jackson. All right, here we go. This is big to me. Why the hell is 95 not out there more? He made the biggest plays of the game. He was all over the place, batting passes down, chasing people down, stopping screens. Not on the field that much. Not on the field that much. I got mad last week because he wasn't playing more. Instead, and I love Samson Ebukam. I think that he is a great defensive end. I'm telling you right now, Drake Jackson should start from this point forward. Should be him and Bosa on the edge. Now, I want it closer to a 50-50 snap rate between Ebukam and Bosa, but Drake Jackson has showed out. Thank you, Grand Asen. 95 needs to be starting. He should be out there. He has showed that he belongs, and he brings something when other people don't. He just wins. He wins. Now, people that didn't show up, Fred Warner, I thought had a bad game. Jimmy Ward, I'm glad that he was back. Didn't see much at all. Charvarius Ward had the worst game. Debo had a bad game. Mike McGlinchey, yikes. Really, really bad. Really, really bad. Other positives, I thought the opening drives and the 49ers, I thought all those things looked great. It looked really, really good. Excitement, moving the ball, staying consistent. Didn't get touchdowns. That was rough. The first 5 possessions inside the 35-yard line, 1 touchdown. It's not good. That's not good. You can't do those things and win games. And I got that stat from, I lost it. I marked who I got it. I think it was PFF. It was one of the PFF people. I wanted to give credit. I got too many notes here. I got 9 pages of notes. I apologize about that. Now, injuries, there were a lot of people banged up, but almost everybody came back. Womack went in, came back. Talanoa went in, came back. Demo went in with the shoulder, came back. Juice, Fingers came back. Charvarius Ward came back. Dre Greenlaw, right calf. That one's scary. I wish Azeez was back because I think that this defense is great if you have Azeez or Greenlaw. You miss them both, it's not it. And you miss both of them and your 2 defensive tackles to stop the run. We see what happens. Back-to-back weeks, you get run on with ease. Tommy, appreciate the gift. He says, D'Amico won't get a head coaching job. Yeah, I put that out there too, that he's about to lose it. It's how he responds. And here's the thing that I got to say. And this goes out to all the fire Shanahan crowd. Okay, cool. You want to fire Shanahan. Who do you replace him with? That's the issue. Because D'Amico is number 1 on a lot of people's list. And we just saw that. It's the NFL. Sometimes bad things happen. It's just the way it goes. Shoot, we blew out the Rams last year by 20-plus points on Monday Night Football, and they won the Super Bowl. The NFL is a weird cat. So if you're one of those people, and I think a lot of, people kept messaging me like, good gosh, we can't do anything against them. And I was like, I could tell there was a lot of people's first time watching Patrick Mahomes this year. He's doing this to everybody. He's doing it to everybody. Now, you would hope that the number 1 defense in the NFL, I should put quotation marks around that, would be able to step up instead of allowing 500 yards of total offense, pass for over 400. But he's been cooking people all year. D'Amico had no answers. Never doubled Kelsey. Couldn't stop a jet sweep. Couldn't keep outside contain on the perimeter run game. Just golly, man. He just got bullied. Now, okay, here we go. Saints old coach. Guess what? Still under contract with the Saints. You have to trade for him. So not only do you have to pay Sean Payton, you got to trade for him. He's not coming cheap. The Saints owner has said, no, we're not letting him go. Multiple first rounders. You want to give up multiple first rounders for a coach that's already kind of retired once? I don't. I do not. So you got to kind of see that, man. You got to kind of like who out there do you want? You want Jason Garrett? You want Chip Kelly back? You want Jim Tomsula? What do you want? Matt Rule's available. You go get him. Now, that doesn't mean there's not other good coaches out there. I understand that, but they're all gambles. Are they going to fit? We know what we have in Kyle Shanahan. And I like Kyle Shanahan. Does he have his flaws? Yes. I had Al Sacco on the show earlier this week. I had him as my number 7 or 8. I don't remember, 7 or 8. He had him as 11. And he's not a Shanahan apologist near as much as I am. But this game left a lot wanting when it came to coaching. So, as we wrap up here, I want to say, take a deep breath. And it's okay to be pissed. It's okay to have blame. It's okay to have all those things. 49ers are still in complete control of their destiny. I think their best football is ahead of them. I don't think we've seen how good this 49ers team can be because either the defense has been lights out and the offense has just been non-existent, or the defense has been what we saw the last 2 weeks, and it doesn't matter how good your offense is. You give up 30 points in the second half, you're not winning any games ever. So it's easy to point the finger at Jimmy, and I don't think that he had a particularly good game. You have 2 turnovers, it's not a good game. But if you can get them to sync up, if you can get them to hit at the same time, I do believe that this is a team that can beat almost anybody out there. I really do. Are we there now? No. Penalties alone are stopping us from that. You got to get that stuff cleaned up. And the funny thing is, the penalties aren't even happening to the rookies. It's not. The penalties are happening to the vets, right? And so, again, listen to these penalties. Back-to-back penalties by Nick Bosa, Jeff Wilson, Jimmy Ward, Charvarius Ward, Charles Omenihu, Danny Gray. Okay, that was a rookie. Juwan Jennings hold. Jalen Moore. Juwan Jennings, another penalty. Trent Williams, Mike McGlinchey, Trent Williams, Debo, Ty Davis-Price, Mike McGlinchey again, Mike McGlinchey again. Those are all the penalties. So it's not like it's the young, inexperienced guys. It's the guys who've been here. So we know that they can clean it up. They've got to do that. Coaching's got to do that. Better fire them up, man. Whew. If you're a coach, this is why you get paid what you get paid. Get this team to rebound. Now, let's give this away. I got to give this away. Sorry about this. Shout out to Jason Leckie, Lekki. Appreciate you. Go ahead and reach out to me. I'll get this sent out to you for sure. Again, thank you. And, again, we're doing this giveaway on tomorrow's show. So stay tuned for that. And again, once we're done here, we will be live on Zoom. So give me about 5 minutes to get this downloaded, uploaded, tagged for all of the audio podcast listeners. We will do that. So Jason Leckie, congratulations. That's right. We're going to go through the film. Patreon, as always, we go through every offensive, defensive, special team snap, and I'm excited to because I want to know who's men and who quit. And I want to know. It's important to me. It's important to me. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. And again, I hate that I have to keep ending this way, but I end every single show the same way. And it matters. We are the faithful. We're not like everybody else. We don't switch teams. That's not who we are. And if that's who you are, this ain't the show for you. We're the faithful. We're not going anywhere. We're 3-4. We're all right. Lick your wounds. You're going to be all right. Go to work tomorrow. Let them talk trash. Let them. And just say, yeah, man, we left it out there. Bad coaching. We got to get things fixed. Take it. It's what it is. My neighbor works for the Rams. We argue all the damn time. And so, yeah, I got to hear it. I got to hear it for a while. But we'll see. We'll see who gets the last laugh. Appreciate you guys. We got Zoom call going soon. And until next time, stay strong, faithful.